How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to the best trading channel on YouTube. My name is Gev. It's Tuesday, July 21st, so let's talk capital. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had a great weekend. On top of hopefully you're having a great day. It's absolutely been a fun time the past couple days, for me at least. We have a lot of movers in the market now. Market's been moving nicely for the past couple days now, basically on late Sunday open moving into today. We've been having pretty exciting moves across the board here, and we're going to dive into that right now. So let's again start off with S&P 500. As you guys can see, S&P 500 is still in this uptrend, in this up channel. I did kind of adjust it. I just like the way this fits a little bit more. Previously, we did have this wick included in touching this line, but as this moves, this channel obviously needs to adjust with more data points we get, and I think we found the perfect one here. And this is why I've said in a couple videos in the past, I'm not a big fan of diagonal trend lines and stuff, but channels, they work for the majority of the part. If you guys go look at the other videos I posted, this channel, this line was kind of going through here, but as you can see, the situation still worked, right? So as dirty as the lines get sometimes in a channel, it still works. Now, just independent diagonal lines, those are a whole different conversation for a different day. But basically what's been going on here for the past 2 days is we finally pushed above this level of resistance at 32.18 and 32.30, and we moved up, setting a new local high at 32.72. And basically what's in play for the rest of this week, or maybe even possibly the next 2 weeks, depending on how long we take to get there, is let's go ahead and drop this here so we can see what we're talking about. Basically, we're going to come up to this red line that I'm about to change to orange so we can have it match everything. And the reason why we're going to come up to this orange line is because two reasons. Number one, and most importantly, we have a gap here that has not been filled yet. So this gap, especially with the trajectory that the market is on right now, is more than likely going to get at least filled. More importantly, in a straight line that puts us at the middle of this channel directly. The dotted white line is the middle of the channel. So there's about a 95% chance we make contact with this. Now after this, if we dump back down to the bottom of the trend, highly possible we could continue upwards to it. It's just a matter of how the market reacts, and more importantly, when that happens. So if we have this take place on a Friday, it's just going to depend on the close. But we're definitely coming for the area. Simply put, we're moving up to 33.37. Okay, and my belief is once we contact this, we'll pull back to the trend line that will eventually rocket us up to a new all-time high, whether it be middle of the trend here or up the top side. If you guys look at NASDAQ, it basically played this out perfectly until it broke out and set a new all-time high. And the S&P is on track to do the same exact thing. Now, before we move to gold and Bitcoin, I want to give you guys a general market overview. NASDAQ had a hell of a night last night, climbed all the way up, almost setting a new all-time high, went all the way up as high as 11,017. It was about 50 points shy of the previous all-time high, and looking very bullish here, guys. Obviously, in the short term, a reset, a pullback would not be a bad thing. Any pullback to like the 10,200, even 10,000 range is going to be an amazing buying opportunity for this guy. And if we go into the different stocks, Amazon giving bigger hints of a correction to come, obviously to be expected after these massive rallies these guys have been on. Apple doing the same thing. Netflix already in the middle of a correction, coming back down to our previously stated buy targets, sitting at about 425 to about 450 was our buy target for this guy. So let's see if we get there. Google, after setting a new all-time high, is trying to break out again. Most likely this thing will retest 1500 before we move higher, which is normal to be expected. Microsoft setting up for a retracement for a beautiful buy opportunity around the $200 mark. Tesla just continuously trying to move higher. This guy is just out of control. I wouldn't even say it pullback. I mean, realistically, if you ever see $1,000 on this guy again, you should definitely be buying. But I think that's being a little too optimistic. Okay, so Nvidia, again, looking for retracement, pullback. PayPal doing the same. So across the board, they're basically looking for a retracement to allow for more buying opportunities so we can continue to trend higher, right? Nothing ever moves up in a straight line. And if it does, you should be worried. So a retracement, a correction is beautiful and expected and necessary, to be completely honest. Now, moving on to gold here. Gold gave a beautiful, and I mean absolutely beautiful play the past couple days. Like I said in my Friday video, I was most likely looking to get in on this guy on Sunday's late open. Sunday market opens at 3 p.m. So I got in about 4:35 p.m. or something like that. I don't remember the exact time, but we got in at 1812.40, and we moved. I mean, not moved. Market obviously trended higher. I wanted to get out as previously stated at 1828, but as you guys can see, this candle right here, we're on a 4-hour chart, right? So I was watching this candle and expecting, all right, on a touch of 1828, I'll get out. But if I take you down to the 1 hour, I mean, look, we touched and just blew right through it, which is absolutely beautiful. Now I ended up closing my position at 1835, made a nice about a $33 move. $23 move. My math is terrible. Something like that. Regardless, made some good money finally after market being very slow on all these sectors. Previously, finally made some good money on gold. So now I'm just waiting. Hopefully we can get a retracement here. But guys, like I said multiple times before, gold now, look, we're looking at monthly. Now, as you guys can see, current price is now above major resistance. Okay, this area right here is what I like to call a butter zone. Anything can happen here. Between this price that we're sitting at right now and the all-time high at 1920, anything can happen. This thing could literally just blow the top off this and go set a new all-time high, which would be magnificently bullish. And I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen because I won't be able to play it. If we're being completely honest here, I'm not about to chase the magic dragon cross the who knows what, right? I mean, I'm not trying to get murdered on a trade here. This could just as well, as we've done before, we could wick up and wick back down. Okay, so I'm not interested in playing that if it's just going to continue up in a straight line like it's doing right now, right? Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I want to pull back. I mean, realistically, I want to pull back. I'd love for a touch on this middle channel one more time. And this time, when I do get in a long, I will be holding long term. I'm going to be holding for probably 22 to 2300. Make a nice, hopefully catch a good $300-400 move on gold, which would be absolutely insane. But that's what I'm aiming for. And that is the reason why I'm not going to get in unless we get there, unless we pull back down. And honestly speaking, this does not look like it wants to pull down. However, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I was able to get the play that I wanted. That's a great thing. Hopefully we can get another retracement so we can get the play one more time. Gold likes to do that, but I mean, like I said, the zone that gold is in right now is very, very slippery. It can just completely blow the top off this and move higher at a very rapid rate, right? And that's what hopefully doesn't happen, but it looks like it will happen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it. I don't mind being sidelined. I understand that. I mean, look, once we get to 2000, it's gonna give a retracement where it'll allow us to get in. The problem at that point becomes we'll probably get a retracement to about this range, which is the 1840 range, which is fine. Which is fine because then we can move from 1840 to 2250, 2300, which would be a fantastic move. So again, wait and see. We did get the play we're looking for. Again, remember guys, we're not gamblers. We're not degenerate people here. We're trying to catch the plays that we know are going to happen, make the money that we know we can make, and lock in those profits and move on and wait for another play. Okay, we're not chasing the magic dragon here down the well. Okay, we gotta let it do its thing and give us the correct opportunities to be able to make money. Okay, and we got that this week. So now we're just waiting to see if the market will be kind enough to give us another one. Okay, now moving on to Bitcoin. As I've been beating, murdering, abusing, whatever word you want to use, I've been talking this trend line to death, and how once we broke above here, we are not most likely, about 95% chance we're not going to go below. And I did make a video saying Friday how it's possible we do wick down and wick back up. Well, none of that ended up taking place. We got our weekly close that rejected the trend line again. As you guys can see, the 21 moving average is moving higher. It's a matter of time before we get the 50 moving to start curving up too. Once that happens, Bitcoin is just going to explode out of this $10,000 range. As of right now, we're looking very bullish on Bitcoin. We're currently sitting at 93,800. I'm sorry, 93.80. Okay, so basically from here we could either come back down and test the trend line one more time, which wouldn't make sense to me, but however it is in play, this trend line is acting as very strong support, so we could get a bounce off there. But what looks like wants to happen is a continued move up to about 95.50, 9600, and then a retracement back down to the middle of this, which should be about 93.50, 9300, and then eventually a breakout. One thing that I don't like about the current move with an hour and 41 minutes left to close on a daily candle is, again, we have not gotten that breakout volume yet, right? So this volume right here is measured in the number of Bitcoin traded that day. As of today, we are sitting at about 8. Let's do this. Let's bring this up, make it nice. So we're sitting at about 9,400 Bitcoin traded today. Remember, this volume is only on Coinbase. I'm not looking at any other exchanges. If you're trading Bitcoin, you should with the most confidence be doing it on Coinbase. Coinbase is a very legit trading platform, and they give you the correct tools, and more importantly, they give you the correct volume for you to understand what's actually going on. Okay, now what I'm expecting out of breakout volume is something in the it sucks we can't get the whole number here, but we're looking at something around the 25 to 30,000 Bitcoin traded daily volume. That would break out of this range. As you guys can see, we're pretty range bound here. If we can get that 30K, that means the bar would come up to about here, and that would significantly give us more boost moving forward to be able to break 10K. Okay, but as of right now, we're looking very bullish. We are finally able to climb above this 9,200 deadlock that we've been in for about 15 days now. So short term, again, a little bit more neutral, leaning bullish. Okay, but long term, very bullish, very bullish. Do not get it wrong, guys. You will see 20K this year. You will most likely see 14,000 in the coming months. 20K by the end of this year, and next year will just be fireworks and rocket fuel on the way to our lowest projection of about 75K and our highest projection of about 150K. Okay, now again, those numbers to most people are going to sound asinine, but watch and wait, as they say, right? That's all you got to do. Just watch and wait, or you could choose to join the party as well. With that being said, as always, I appreciate you guys supporting your channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.